Hello. This is what I like to think of as emotional relativity. This is maybe a thought exercise. Um, the simple idea is that my worst and your worst are never the same points, regardless if, say, we were both in a train wreck together. That's not necessarily the worst experience of your life, even if it would be the worst experience of mine, or vice versa, that kind of thing. And I've just noticed a lot of people, myself included at different points in my life, try and say, like, man, I don't know how that is so difficult for them. That's that they're struggling, that is like the worst thing. And I just don't understand how is that a problem for them? And and the thing of it is, like, no, we can't know what it's like to be their difficult. But we know intimately what our worst is like. And if instead of comparing our worsts to each other and trying to figure it out, if you look at it from the standpoint of your worst equals empirically tragedy, let's say, and my worst also equals tragedy. Now, even if my worst equals tragedy and your worst equals tragedy, then my worst and your worst don't have to equal each other. And that's the weird part. And it goes along with a quote from Amanda Palmer from the Dresden Dolls that I really like. And it's that there's no end to the love you can give if you change your point of view. And I think that's an example of it. When we stop trying to look for the differences and look for the separations, we start seeing the commonalities, and we don't see how much easier it is for them. And I don't know why they're thinking my life's, or vice versa. I don't know. But if we just look at that if we look at other people and we look at this world and we say, I'm not going to compare. I'm not going to judge. I'm not going to pass any sort of critique or judgment. I'm just going to say, that's your worst? I'm sorry to hear that. I know the worst. And not try and think about them being in their worst state. Just remembering where I was in mine. Just a thought. You try it sometime.